Running in the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race represents to me a sense of belonging. It's wild. I mean, you get to the start line and they got the DJ hyping the crowd. It's a party. For me, it's a little different because I look around and I'm not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be dead. And especially as somebody who is overweight, I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs, I kid you not, without losing my breath. I was probably 340, 350, and I'm 6'2". I hit it, but I was still wearing 3X shirts. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. The doctor told me I was a prime target for either a heart attack or a stroke and probably wouldn't live much longer into my 50s. I didn't realize the quality of my life was so poor until I started taking a journey towards getting healthier. Dr. Gorjala is amazing. He explained the surgeries and he goes, well, what surgery were you thinking had done? And I'm like, well, I kind of want the sleeve. And he goes, yeah, I agree with that. One of the things that's funny is that he said, now what's your goal weight? And I never really had a goal weight. I said, I don't know, I just want to be healthy. And he goes, well, I think you can get to 220. And I'm like, sure, why not? I saw him about a year or so afterwards and he saw me, he goes, is that you? He honestly didn't recognize me. He goes, oh my gosh, you look amazing. I now weigh 190, so I blew through his target of 220 by about 30 pounds. And he goes, so what are you doing right now? And so I started explaining how I was running the Peachtree and I was doing triathlons, and he goes, are you kidding me? You're doing triathlons? I go, well, yeah, doesn't other people? He goes, no. People that have the surgery typically don't get into these endurance sports. And he goes, you're amazing. I'm definitely a success story. What I tell Ginger, our bariatric coordinator over at Northside, is I read the brochure that said I could do anything. And so I'm proving that, that we can do anything. So I'm not the fat guy, I'm a runner. For me, this is living life to the fullest, where I get to get out there and I get to run because I can. I can run. There's so many things that we can't do in this life, but if we focus on the things that we can do, we can do a lot. I get out there and I look around and I go, I belong. I'm not like a charity case or they're just bringing me in, whatever. I actually earned to be here. Last year at the Peachtree, I earned Wave B. And that's where the fast runners are. And you get to watch them go. And you're a part of that group. And you belong there. And that's a neat feeling when you get to something like that. And you belong, and you realize, I earned this. The training for the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race is challenging because you still have life. You still have to do, dad stuff and work stuff and grandpa stuff. But I usually run 3 to 4 days a week. I have a running group that I try to run with. Right now, I ride my bike to and from work every day. So it's 6 miles each way. So I do 12 miles a day on my bike. I walk a little over 3 miles a day at lunch. So we're at 15. In the evenings, I also run. But the harder part is the nutrition, because as a bariatric patient, we are limited in what we can consume. I mean, our stomachs are smaller. And so it's challenging for me to be able to still get the nutritional needs, because your body is an engine and food is fuel. And so I have to fuel that engine to burn X number of calories. Thankfully, there's a nutritionist, Ricia Taylor, and she helps me figure out what I have to eat to be able to do what I want to do. Between that and the support groups with Ginger Rock and Northside Hospital, all of this is all part of the training. It's really taken on a life of its own. If you've never gone, I don't care if you're not a runner, you have to go. You just have to. It is a 6-mile-long block party. Every mile at least, there's bands and music. You have 50,000 people running and probably another 100,000 people spectating. It is a huge event, and I get to be a part of that.